All right, here we are. Davy Crocket Classic 2021. This is stage 3, the final stage. I'm in a 4-man breakaway. Been in this break for, at this point, probably about 30 minutes. Bridged across to a couple of guys, I think it was, and there was 2 more guys up the road. One guy got shelled off. There's a guy, I think 2 minutes up the road. He's not in GC contention. He only is racing in this race. He didn't race in the TT or the road race yesterday. So I'm sitting in first place in the 40 plus. This break is all 40 plus guys. Mike Vitale, guy behind me in the Meteor kit. I think he's out of Austin. Might be wrong, but super good guy. So just he and I are the only ones that are working this break, which is super frustrating. The guy behind him, his teammate Joe McCracken, is in the field. He's not in the break, so this guy's like, well, hey, I'm just going to sit on because I've got a teammate that's in second place in the GC. And Mike and I were trying to explain, well, if you're trying to help your teammate, you should go back and try to bring him up to this break because you're just, not doing any good up here with us. You're not in our way. It's just frustrating. The other guy, he said he was in the break for an hour before he bridged up, and he's tired, blah, blah, blah. But it was getting pretty frustrating, getting pretty old when you got, just 2 guys working, these 2 guys just sitting on. In hindsight, I should have checked with Mike to see how his fitness was. I didn't want to solo in, but certainly I could have attacked these guys and rode these 2 guys off of my wheel. But I would have liked to have had a break mate with me doing that. And I couldn't tell. Mike looked like he was getting pretty gassed here. I was trying to take big pulls. Just really, I was trying to put him in second place in the GC. I had first place pretty much locked up. I mean, I had like a 2.5 minute gap, I think. Going into this thing, we got a 2-minute gap. I think this guy's peeing off the back there, but I should have attacked him there. He was peeing, but I was getting pissed. I felt bad for Mike, so I kind of buried myself for him. Tried to put as much time on the fuel as we could to get him up into second place, and I also wanted to win all 3 stages if I could. And I knew there was a guy still up the road solo. Must have just been burying himself because never got within eyesight of him. I think he finished, 40 seconds or a minute or maybe a minute and a half up from us. So again, this is like the last 15 minutes of the race or something like that. I get a little salty here a couple of times. We both had words with these guys like, come on, at least pull through, guys. This is pathetic. But I just figure, well, I'll just put the hurt to him a couple times and try to blow him off my wheel at the finish. So you'll kind of see how that unfolds here. One guy got his feelings hurt a little bit, said I was called him a fucker or something, but I say, man, it's between the legs, or between it's between the legs, it's between the flags, and it's racing. It's not personal. It's kind of tactics too. So, but whatever. They wanted to sit on. The video speaks for itself. It was a fun weekend. A really good time. I got a teammate. Mike here behind me has a teammate back in the break, and so they're just sitting on wheels chasing stuff down, not contributing to pulling anything back. And we opened up a good gap here. It's kind of stalled at like 30 seconds for a while, and then I said, let's roll it and let's see the power overlay. I mean, we're cruising pretty good here. My fitness is good right now. I felt good all weekend. Crushed it in the TT. It was an 8-mile course, 4-mile out back, and I think I held 345, in an aero position on my road bike, and I think I would have finished So they have a 30-second Mercs TT time bonus. So if you use a time trial bike, you don't get the bonus. But if you use a road bike and rims no deeper than 60s, I had 50s on, then you get a 30-second bonus. And I think my 30-second bonus would put me around 17 minutes flat. I think it would have been probably good enough for top 5 in the P12. Kind of thought maybe I should have raced the P12 for this. I was originally signed up for it before it canceled for weather in February because of snow and whatnot, and rescheduled here. But it was fun. It was a lot more relaxing, a lot more chilled racing in the Masters 40 plus stuff. But definitely felt like I had the fitness to match up with pretty much anyone in this field, and did. So I won stage 1. Yeah, I'm telling these guys, gotta work if you want GC, but they're not listening. I think at one point I just stopped pedaling. Mike, go up the road. Force something here. These guys are just cooked. I mean, they're sitting on, but they're cooked. So here's where I let Mike kind of go up the road. A little audio here. That's spicy language coming. You're gonna attack me, blankety blank. So now he's like he's gonna put in some attack or something. And so I just sit on. I let Mike back on, and this is where it got kind of salty. It was pretty good. I should turn the audio up on it for you guys. I'll paraphrase. Do that again, he says. So I'm trying to disrupt the brake a little bit, shake it up. He still won't pull through. Try that again. All of a sudden you don't care. Said I got it in the bag, man. I'm racing for this guy. I was in the brake for an hour before you guys. Do that again. I'll do it at the finish. We'll see how that ends. You're not gonna take my top step. I think Mike's trying not to go in behind me. We're gonna motor rough, see if we get a time check. Mike's confused. There's one guy still up the road. He thinks the motor rough's calling a time check for a guy away that's not an airfield. He actually was. He was a strong guy. He didn't race the. Try that again. This is fun, Mike. I hope you're watching this, dude. This was entertaining, man. I really enjoyed riding the brake with you. I don't know what they're saying. I think he knows the motor rep or something. But yeah, this was a fun one. I really, it was fun. You know, I wanted Mike to take his teammates. I wanted him to take Joe. Sorry, Joe. I wanted him to take your second place spot in GC because I felt like your teammate was worthless in this break and should have fallen back and helped you try to come up to this, try to bridge up. Instead, he just sat on. slithered his way into. I think he got fifth in the GC or something, which who cares? But this was fun. This was fun. It made it fun. Got kind of spicy there, which made it kind of fun. So we're kind of rolling in now. I think there's about. I think we're probably 5 miles out, 4 miles out, maybe. But this was just, it was a fun weekend, man. I've never been to Crocket, Texas before. I've really never been to Texas except like, flying through kind of thing. So I would definitely do this one again. This was a fun stage race. Beautiful country, kind of rolling hills. Perfect weather this weekend. Man, just a lot of fun. I want a coonskin cap. Like, where do you do that? I don't know. Knott's Berry Farm, but this was good. Um, I'm having fun watching this. I don't know if you guys are, but because I kind of know what's coming up here. I try it again on him. The top of one of these, we'll see. 3 or 4 more minutes from now. So these guys are kind of getting ready. They're cooked. They're spraying water. It's 75 degrees out. This guy hasn't done any work for 45 minutes, and he's having to spray his legs down and whatnot. So, this was just about trying to keep the time gap big enough to move Mike up. Unless I crash out. I don't crash out, but if I did crash out, I guess that's the only way I could have really lost the GC in this one. But man, timed stage races, God, they're fun. I wish we see the Chico stage race here in Northern California. I hope they bring that back. The points omni stuff, that's fun. But man, there's something about having the time gaps and racing off those. It's pretty special. So, kind of coming into the transition here, I think, to the final clip. Get back to I try to put the rear camera in the big frame just because it seems like there's kind of no one up the road from us, so there's really kind of more action kind of going on in the break and behind us. There's Mike saying, come on up. They ain't gonna do it, Mike. We tried, kept trying, thinking they'd have a change of heart maybe towards the end or something, but no dice. So kind of just keep rolling it in. Yeah, and this race was, I think, 65 miles, like 3,000 feet of climbing. So not a real hard course. But you can see, it's got some shade to it. There's a little crosswind on some sections. When it was the four of us and early in the break was kind of out in the open more, we were just trying to gutter the crap out of these other guys behind us just to make them work a little bit. Here's our motor rough friend again. Let's see if we get another time check from him. But we're probably 3 miles out, I guess, here. Maybe less. Yeah, that probably didn't make a ton of friends. The guys I raced with that felt like we're working, the guys that my break mates in stage one, those were good guys. But these guys, it was just frustrating. I don't know, different point of view, different tactics. These guys probably thought I was some asshole from California, which they're kind of right, I guess. I kind of am. I get pretty competitive in the race, but. I think I started taking some bigger pulls here. I didn't want Mike to get pipped at the line or anything, so I was trying to keep the pace up, but trying to give him just a little respite from having to pull. Okay, we're getting pretty close here. Might be a mile and a half out at this point. Oh. So we're coming back into town. This race started and finished in town, in downtown Crocket. The other one was kind of on the outskirts of this kind of high school, a little more in the country. This is like in town, this little small town, cool little town, Crocket. And so we kind of come back into town. You'll see some almost into a residential area coming up here the last mile or so, I guess. Couple little rollers into the finish, but we're getting pretty close now. I think we're getting real close, actually. If I remember, at some point I attack. And I think I even attacked her in the front. Like, I didn't want to try to jump Mike or anything. But I'm got a stop sign up here. This might be the last little intersection we get flagged through.
Come on, he's right there. What? He's right up there. Straight, right? Yeah, straight.
Yeah, so this is the last little intersection we cross.
You're on.
So we got the police, sheriff, whatever, flagging traffic for us. So it's 2 miles from that stop sign, I think, when riding out I remember that. So there's a little downhill here, so we kind of ramp it up. And there's a guy up the road. I thought maybe he was in our field. Oh yeah, then there's some traffic in the way here. I'm just like, buddy, please do not turn left because I'm in a hurry. Heat of the battle. We kind of rolled down and then I think it kicked up one last time. Maybe by the funeral home. But I wasn't going to tow these guys to the line. I mean, hopefully Mike saved enough to sprint these guys. I think I'm about to go here. About to try that again. Yeah, there's a funeral home sign on the left. I think is where I light it up. 1K to go sign right there. It's always a good spot to waste your time. And then I just says that. I don't know what he's trying to push him or what, but I think he thought he was going to get back on the wheel for a second, but he doesn't. That's about as close as he gets. And then Mike's just sitting on his wheel, so he's just cooking himself, which is awesome. And 4th place in the break guy, or 5th overall, because there is a guy up the road that we never saw. So I just kind of pour the coals on here. And 500 meters. Let's see, getting close now. Home stretch. Here it comes. Here we go. And that was stage three, folks. So second place on the stage, um, first in the GC, and won the first and second stage.
Did you get it? Did you get second? Fuck yeah. You guys don't want to work? I'll turn myself inside out for someone that works.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
Yeah. Well, I
So
fucking told him to pull through and he didn't, then he tried to attack. Yeah, I'll
yeah.
follow you.
So we do a little cool down, Mike and I kind of chat a little bit. It's nice to be able to
Yeah, I
talk
made
while
him
you're
pull
not,
through and then he tried
you
to
know.
eat again. What the fuck is that? I'm not trying to get. I'm gonna fucking blow your legs up, bitch. And he's pushing you to
Yeah.
attack. Yeah, get your fucking hand off me, dude.
Yeah, I saw him push you.
Oh, fuck yeah, man.
Anyway, that was a fun one, guys. This is a little scenery there
I
on the
tried
front.
it
There's
again.
the
How'd it work out?
courthouse in downtown. We kind of rolled around here, come back,
Yeah.
claim my jersey, my coonskin cap, and do a little podium action here. Watched a teammate actually come in third in his race. We brought another Velo Kings guy from the Bay Area. Matt Mills raced and got third in the 35Bs, and it's working, getting him a lot closer to that Cat 3 upgrade. So it'd be good when he can get up and be racing with us. But
I just don't want to go
fun
down though.
time. Had the rest of the day to chill, eat some barbecue.
Yeah, I can see
Drove
that
back
if
to
you will.
Dallas on Monday, flew back to Fresno. Got in. It is Monday right now as I'm filming this, so